Welcome to Financial Detox. We're your hosts, Jason and Alex from IDA Wealth. Your financial journey of pursuing better and true financial peace of mind starts here. Hi, welcome to Financial Detox. I'm Jason Labor. I'm in studio with my man, Alex Klingensmith. Alex, what's up, buddy?
I'm excited about this show. This topic has been coming up every day lately.
It's a big deal
for you. Yeah.
Really big deal, right? We've been gone for a couple of weeks. We haven't done a show because we just got darn busy, and we're back, and we're going to try and continue to be consistent. But we appreciate you tuning in to Financial Detox. Today, we're really talking about maybe the most dangerous financial advice and where it comes from. An advisor that has no license. We're talking about AI. And we're fans of AI, so don't get us wrong. In fact, we used AI to make this show and this presentation, right, Alex? I mean, you used one version of it. I used another version. We combined the versions, and we're upgrading our subscriptions so that we can get better visuals for you in this show. So we love AI. We think it's awesome, but we think it's really important to talk about it in the context of wealth management, how it can affect you in a positive and or in a really negative way.
Yes, absolutely.
If your advisor is anti-AI and tells you to stay off it, you should run away from that advisor because they're just scared of their value proposition. They don't know how they're providing value to you, and they're probably not. Because you can do some basic things on AI and you could get yourself by. You could get by. So the problem is, I think, Alex, there's a lot of advisors who are just doing the basic stuff for people, but getting paid as if they're doing more complex, sophisticated things. Do you think that's a fair statement?
Absolutely. I think it's been an evolution that's been going on for a long time since I kind of started in this business back in the mid 2000s or so. Portfolio management itself became a commoditized sort of part, still very important and critical to do correctly. When done incorrectly, can really, really harm your portfolio, your outcomes. But now it's like advisors having to reinvent themselves again, which is a really good thing. You, the client, deserve the best possible situation, right? So let's dive in. I mean, look, we use AI in our business all day, every day, but we also know where it falls short. And the first thing it really falls short with is it doesn't actually know you, right? And even if you think you've shared everything you should possibly share with it to give you the right answer about your financial plan or your portfolio decision-making, you don't know what you don't know. Like, meaning you don't even know what questions you should be asking, right? It's not a human relationship. It can't pick up on your subtle cues. It can't possibly know what you did earlier this year if you don't tell it. And when it comes to we're going to talk about a Roth conversion scenario in a minute here, right?
Yeah. Dude, that's the best, Alex. And I was trying to think right before the show, what was that punch, that one thing that kind of captured me the most throughout our whole preparation for the show. And that was it, that you just hit on it, is that AI is about how well you ask questions, AKA the words prompting. You prompt it, you ask the right questions. But if you ask the question, a question that you intend to ask the right way, you have good intentions, but you don't ask it in the right way because you don't have enough knowledge to ask that question in the right way or experience, then you could end up with a dramatically different answer simply because you didn't ask the question the right way or you didn't prompt it the right way. So that's the danger here. But that's also the benefit, that if you have an advisor working for you who also loves AI and knows how to use it, they're getting better advice for you. They're getting quicker answers for you, and they're doing a better job for you. So here's the one that we used AI to prompt a question that it would give a bad answer for. And it's set up this segment as the dangerous illusion of personalization. The dangerous illusion of personalization. So it's not personalization, but it feels that way. And the prompt was, should I convert my IRA to a Roth this year? The typical AI answer, it depends on your tax bracket now versus retirement. One singular statement in singularity, not a great statement. The other answer, if you expect higher taxes later, a Roth conversion may be beneficial. If I'm a client and I get that, I'm left confused. So now I'm going to have to continue to prompt and ask more questions and better questions. Or maybe I just go do a tax conversion this year and I have a huge tax hit versus if I intelligently did that Roth conversion a little bit each year, just filling up that 12% tax bracket or some of those lower tax brackets, we've got an illustration to show you the difference in impact over your life. And it's huge. So the dangerous illusion of personalization and asking a question without asking all the right components of that question and asking it the right way could leave you with a problem. There's no analysis in this example, in this prompt we just did. Should I do a Roth conversion of current income spikes? There's no example of state taxes, California versus future location where you may be moving to at some point. There's the IRMA thresholds and no relevance or interaction with that. There's a Social Security taxation. And there's also timing across multiple years, which are also left out. So it's not advice that it's giving you. It's really giving you a textbook paragraph. And the difference between maybe and a properly executed plan can be like 6 figures plus.
That's kind of the core of what financial detox is, isn't it? I mean, toxic advice isn't always the wrong advice. Sometimes advice is totally correct in theory, but it could be completely wrong for you, given your personal situation and your context. And that can be really dangerous when the stakes are high. And Roth conversion is just one example. Maybe that's not even the only example, but when you add a bunch of decisions you're making in a void, in a vacuum with just a computer screen and you add all those up over the course of a month, a year, several years, gosh, you really could get on a path that's really bad, right? Pretty quickly.
Yeah. Precision matters. I did a post here recently, trying to put out some more inspiring and educational content on social medias. And you can check me out at Jason R. Labrum or on our Financial Detox Friday Wealth. But I was talking to a friend who had just came back from Japan. And I said to them, financially speaking, what did you learn from Japan? And he is funny because he tied that to precision. Everything there is precise. The precise time you have your reservation, the precise way they prepare the food, the precise way the bathrooms are organized. Everything is precise. And in portfolios and how you prompt AI or get information out of it, precision really matters and can have a huge impact on the results. Let's hit number 2, Alex.
Yeah.
Number 2, tax drag, where AI falls apart. So this is crazy. Prompt. AI, reminder, AI did this prompt and told us where it was wrong in itself. So
what's the most tax efficient way to invest $2 million?
Kind of a good question. It's simple. What did it say?
It said the typical answer is use tax advantaged accounts, consider index funds or ETFs, or hold investments long term. Okay.
That's great. So, but what are we missing here, right? You're not talking about asset location. We talk about this all the time. And tax sensitive asset location matters as much as asset allocation. Asset location, where are you putting which accounts? So this doesn't answer this, and this would leave you at a point where you would maybe go make a decision, but it would be based upon an incomplete question. And this is where a good fiduciary advisor would hopefully use AI if it needs it, but also if he or she needs it, but also ask you the follow-on questions to really unpack the right answer. It doesn't take into effect any tax loss harvesting coordination. Super important. Huge deal. Capital gains budgeting doesn't take a look at that. Direct indexing or custom indexing options doesn't even mention it. And charitable strategies, donor advised funds, CRTs, and all that kind of stuff. So holy cow, punchline, Alex. What's the punchline?
The punchline is AI gives you principles. Wealth is built on execution, right? So tax drag alone can cost you a couple % a year, every year.
We've been talking about this for 15 years, tax drag and how to build a more tax optimized portfolio. So much that we put CPAs in our wealth management practice to do tax returns for our wealth management clients because that integration and that tax has such a meaningful impact on your portfolio. If your advisor's not talking about this stuff, you're missing it. And if you don't know how to prompt AI, that's not going to work either. So let's go to number 3. I'll hit this one real quick, Alex. Like yield chasing equals bad product decisions. I'm seeing this a lot. People saying, what are the highest yielding investments right now? That was the prompt for AI. What are the highest yielding investment right now? Answers: REITs, BDCs, high yield bonds, dividend stocks. Great. then maybe the next question would be, show me some good ones to buy. And it would show you some good ones to buy. But that's an answer that maybe that's right for you. Maybe that's not right for you. So the problem becomes, what are we missing here, Alex, in this deal?
Yeah, liquidity risk, leverage, credit deterioration. There's a lot of like basic, like fundamental parts of the problems with those, the trade-offs, right? The pros and the cons. And this is kind of, now we're getting on a theme where AI is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're going to ask it a question, it's going to give you an answer that it thinks you want to hear. And then it's going to ask you another question. Do you want to learn more about that? It's going to keep guiding you down a path that may not be the right path.
Right. Totally could take you off. So it's like you have a higher yield investment here, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's better. And it oftentimes means more risk, but because you asked it for one and which one was a good one, you could end up going and buying it. So that's a problem. All right, let's look at portfolio construction failure.
Oh, yeah.
Where the whole construction of your portfolio fails. And if you look at the prompt, build me a diversified portfolio for retirement. Seems like a great question, right, Alex, to ask AI? Build me a diversified portfolio for your retirement. Okay, typical answer. You're going to get 60% equity, 40% bonds. Let's get you diversified across sectors, and then we'll rebalance periodically.
Seems simple enough.
Yeah, but so without reading, Alex, and without reading this, what things do we do that you would be missing on this? I mean, you're missing a lot of stuff here.
Well, yeah, you have to have a kind of a due diligence process on what you're going to pick, which stocks, which bonds, like how much of each one, what allocation, when do you rebalance, why? Are you doing it based on the news, or on your emotions? Or are you doing it based off of some sort of like objective process? When do you make changes? Who do you listen to? Do you ask AI again next week if it changes its mind, and why? Like, it's all these questions that really most of us aren't really thinking that way, right? We are, because we do this all day, every day. But if you go into this and you ask it this question, it might actually answer the question differently next week anyways, because it's learned something new based off of how it learns. But it doesn't mean that it's right either way, right?
Yeah, that's scary. The answer could change totally. And I think you miss here, like in this answer of the prompt to ChatGPT or to AI was, build me a diversified portfolio. It mentioned nothing about, this is a real prompt. It mentioned nothing about the correlation of assets. It mentioned nothing about alternative exposure. It didn't mention anything about how are you going to take income, and are you? Because it didn't come back and ask a lot of really good questions of the person, which would have given a better answer. It just gave the answer, because its job is to give you answers.
And how about what's your target rate of return based on your financial plan?
Right. Yeah. How much rate of return do you need? Are you going to now just go get a 60-40 portfolio when you actually don't need that much volatility? So therefore, sometime you're going to be behaviorally and emotionally stressed, and you're going to make change that's not good. So, all right, we're going to do one more, and then we're going to close this out.
This is my favorite one, man.
You do it then. You go.
Well, it's multi-part.
Without reading, don't read it. We can't read this.
I don't even need to read it. This is the one that really has hit me recently, pretty heavily, actually. And it started first in medicine, right? I think because of the way that AI has been used, and even telemedicine has been done lately.
Right.
Here's the thing about technology. I'm just going to call it technology, because before it was called AI, it was just technology. If you go and you get advice from a human being who's licensed and who actually is a student of the thing that they're licensed to do, which in our case is wealth management, investment management, financial planning. We're licensed. We even have CFPs, most of us. Some of us even have CFAs. So we're like really committed to being the best at what we do.
Yep.
There's accountability there, meaning that if somebody hires us to do something, we're legally bound to do what's in their best interest as a full-time fiduciary. Now, we make mistakes. People also fire us based off of personality differences sometimes, and that's okay. But there's accountability in that relationship to another human being. There's trust with another person. If I then try and replace that relationship with AI or Google or whatever, right? Whatever the technology is, and it's wrong, right? I decide you're wrong, computer. You gave me wrong advice.
Bad computer.
I lost money. I'm stressed out. My wife is mad. Whatever. You can fire the computer, but there's no accountability. Meaning that it doesn't care. There's no feelings. There's no trust. It didn't trust you. It didn't know you in the first place.
Right.
It probably told you in some sort of disclosures at the bottom that don't take this advice anyways. But you took it and you made decisions based off of it. And now where are you, right? You're not in a better place, that's for sure. And there's no accountability. And really what ends up happening, I think, if that happens to you, this is what's been going on with this right now. And again, we are proponents of AI when used correctly. Is you might be in a pretty dark place at that point. And then what do you do? What if you've hurt yourself so badly financially that you can't really recover. I don't know. It's a dangerous tool. You got to be careful with it.
Yeah, good point. So advisors have licenses, they have standards that they have to achieve, and there's accountability and there's not. But look, to summarize, we believe AI is an incredible tool for education. And the best clients that we have are clients that are educated and they're engaged. And if you can be educated, you now know better questions to ask your advisor if you're willing to pay for an advisor. You have a better way to work with your advisor. You know more things. You could go on to AI and say, tell me about custom indexing and direct indexing. What is it? How could it help me? I think the bridge that still keeps us in work, Alex, is that it's now implementing and executing on all these things in a coordinated, integrated, interactive fashion. And we talk about that with planning. You should have a financial plan, no matter how much money you have, 2 million, 20 million. It needs to be integrated with all the other components of your life. Your financial plan integrates everything. That's what it does. It's the integrator. And then it's also interactive, meaning it goes on in perpetuity and you interact with that as new information comes about in your life and ideas change, desires change, goals change, because nothing's really stagnant. So we love AI. We think you should use it to learn to ask better questions, use it to challenge your advisor to make sure they're doing the right things for you. But don't confuse it with actual financial advice, because I think that's where you could actually get hurt. Then I think as we kind of, close it out, the thing that I really thought was like the most dangerous financial advisor is the one that doesn't have a license and is telling you what to do with your money. And that really encapsulates AI. Again, we're not old guard. We're actually very new guard. And we really believe this is a tool that can enhance everything we do for clients and help make our clients smarter, better consumers. And that's what we want to do.
It already is. You know what it's been doing for us lately, Jason? And I want to talk about this for just a second before we close completely. It's personally given me back time to give time to the clients, meaning that I get to spend more time on the best part of the relationship, which is the relationship itself. The technical aspect of what we do is so critical and so important. And that's one of the huge reasons why someone's hired us. But they don't necessarily want us to be behind a computer all day, every day, doing all those precise things. They also actually want a relationship with us. So if I get back more time to be getting to know them really deeply, like we need to in a relationship, that I think is the positive aspect of AI. It can give us back time. As long as we use that time that way, I think human beings are naturally, most of us at least, maybe not all of us, but most of us really do want to spend more time with other people. I think that really is positive.
They do. And it does. And it's a great tool. So use it the right way. Hopefully your advisor's using it and coordinating with you. We certainly are. And we want to be helpful. The whole point about AI is to make you smarter and ask better questions and learn more. And that's what Financial Detox is doing. In concert and in sync with that is helping you learn about investments, making good decisions. And so we invite you to always come and have a conversation, learn more about what we're doing, and let us provide you with some free advice and consultation to make sure you're pointed in the right direction. It's Financial Detox. I'm Jason Labrum, your host, alongside my co-host, Mr. Alex Klingensmith. We appreciate you tuning in. We love it if you give us a subscribe, a like, a thumbs up, engage, ask us a question, whatever it is, and we'll catch you on the next show.